All right, let's dive into the world of sound design.
Oh, yeah.
Because today we're getting you prepped for a sound designer interview.
Awesome.
And you want to nail this interview, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Okay.
Because we've got some really incredible resources from RoleCatcher, and we're going to go deep into those today. We've got their career guides, we've got interview guides, and we even have some of their really cool AI tools to help give you that extra edge.
Wow.
So get ready to really impress those artistic directors with what you know.
Yeah, they're going to be blown away.
One thing that really jumped out at me in the Sound Designer Career Guide was that sound designers, they even create sound art outside of performances.
Right.
That's not just limited to the theater.
That's a great point.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it really does highlight that sound design is such a true art form.
Yeah.
And it requires a creative vision and a deep understanding of how sound can be used to evoke emotions and tell stories.
It's not just the technical stuff.
It's not just the technical stuff. No, you've got to have the artistic vision as well.
So imagine you're at a party, right?
Okay.
And somebody comes up to you and like, what does a sound designer do all day? How would you explain it to them?
I would say, think about the last time you watched a movie or a play.
Yeah.
Every sound that you heard, from like the subtle creaking of a door to the roar of a crowd,
Right?
that was carefully chosen and crafted by a sound designer.
Wow.
They create the entire sonic landscape of a production. They work closely with directors and the artistic team to bring the story to life through sound.
So they're kind of like a sonic wizard in a way.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so I think it's time to dive into those tricky interview questions.
Okay, let's do it.
RoleCatcher has given us 8 common questions that you might encounter in a sound designer interview.
All right.
And we're going to break them down one by one.
Sounds good.
So, are you ready to tackle these?
I'm ready.
All right, question number 1. Can you describe a project where you faced a challenging sound design problem and how you approached it?
Oh, this is your chance to shine.
Yeah.
Interviewers really want to see that you can think critically, solve problems creatively,
Yeah.
and apply your technical skills to overcome obstacles.
It's like all those things wrapped up in one.
It is.
So think about a time where you were faced with a unique challenge.
Okay.
Maybe a project with really limited resources, or like a complex soundscape that needed some seriously innovative solutions.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So don't just describe the problem, walk them through your thought process.
Right.
The steps you took, the outcome.
Yes.
Did you have to experiment with different techniques? Did you collaborate with others to find a solution?
Yeah, exactly. And don't be afraid to get specific.
Oh, yeah.
The more detail you provide, the better the interviewer can understand your abilities and how you work.
And I think that really helps paint a picture for them, right?
It does.
It helps bring your work to life. For instance, let's say you were working on a play, and it's set in some futuristic city.
Okay.
And you have to create the sound of flying cars.
Whoa.
Like, how would you approach that challenge?
That's a good one.
What tools and techniques would you use?
That's a great example. I like that.
I mean, that's just one example, but
Yeah.
it's really about thinking outside the box and showing that you can do that.
Right.
And you can come up with creative solutions
Yeah,
to unusual problems.
I like it.
All right, let's move on to question number 2.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date with the latest sound design trends and techniques?
This is crucial in any field, but especially in sound design, which is constantly evolving with new technologies and creative approaches. So be prepared to talk about that.
I mean, it's a fast-moving field.
It is.
You don't want to get left behind.
No.
And the RoleCatcher Career Guide really emphasizes the importance of attending industry conferences and workshops,
Yes.
reading publications, following professional organizations.
Yeah. All really good resources.
Yeah, so what are your go-to websites, podcasts, or online communities?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you have a favorite sound designer whose work you follow closely? I think it's really important to share what you do,
Right.
because that shows that you're genuinely passionate about sound design
Yeah.
and that you're actively engaged in the field.
Absolutely.
And it can't just be like, oh, I read articles.
Uh.
You got to tell them which publications you read and why you read them.
Right.
All right, question number 3.
Okay.
Can you walk us through your sound design process from initial concept to final execution?
This question is all about showcasing your methodology and how you approach a project from start to finish.
Like a roadmap for your work.
Exactly.
And I think it also shows them how you think, right?
It does, yeah.
So remember, avoid being too vague here. The interviewer wants to understand your specific workflow
Right.
and how you bring your ideas to life.
Yeah, so for example, do you start by sketching out ideas on paper?
Oh, that's interesting.
Do you create mood boards or sound collages to
Wow.
explore different sonic
I
possibilities?
like that.
Or maybe you just dive straight into your digital audio workstation and start experimenting with sounds.
See, I'd probably be the sound collage guy.
Okay.
I'm more visual,
Right.
but walk them through each stage in
Yeah.
their process
Yeah,
and highlight those key steps and decisions that you make along the way.
right, exactly.
All right. Question number 4.
Okay.
Can you describe your experience working with Foley artists and recording Foley sounds?
Mm.
What do you think the interviewers are really looking for here?
They're assessing your understanding of Foley art and its importance in creating realistic and immersive sound.
Like, do you understand the magic of Foley?
Exact.
Have you collaborated with Foley artists before?
Mm.
Do you understand the intricacies of recording and integrating Foley sounds into a production?
Yes, and it's also about teamwork and communication.
Oh, yeah.
Can you effectively collaborate with Foley artists, understand their creative process, and seamlessly integrate their work into your overall sound design?
So it's not just can you work with them, it's can you work with them well?
Exactly, because sound design is rarely a solo endeavor.
Right.
It requires collaboration and a shared understanding of the project's goals.
It's like a team effort.
It is, yes.
All right, moving on to question number 5.
Okay.
This one dives into your technical expertise.
Oh, I like it.
Can you describe your experience working with surround sound formats like Dolby Atmos or RO3D?
Oh, yeah.
This question is all about showcasing your knowledge of cutting-edge audio technologies and your ability to leverage them to create those immersive sonic experiences.
Right.
I mean, this stuff is really cool.
It is.
Now, if you have experience with those specific formats, definitely highlight that.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, you can still discuss your understanding of surround sound principles
Right.
and how you would approach a project that involves those technologies.
Yeah, you can talk about your willingness to learn new software and adapt to emerging technologies, which is essential in a rapidly evolving field like sound design.
And I think that shows that you're committed to being a lifelong learner,
It does.
which I think is really important in any field,
Absolutely.
but especially this one.
Especially this one, yeah.
Okay, so question number 6 is similar to the Foley question,
Okay.
but this time it's about working with dialogue editors. Can you describe your experience working with dialogue editors and integrating dialogue into a sound design?
I see.
So clear and well-integrated dialogue is super crucial
Absolutely.
for a successful sound design.
Yes.
So interviewers want to know that you can collaborate effectively with dialogue editors,
Right.
ensure clarity and intelligibility, and seamlessly blend that dialogue with the rest of the soundscape. It can't just be plopped on top. It's got to be integrated.
Integrated, yeah.
And it's not just about those technical skills.
Right.
It's also about understanding the nuances of human speech,
Yes.
how it conveys emotion and meaning, and how it interacts with other sounds in a production.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, question number 7.
Okay, hit me.
This is the one that everyone dreads.
Oh, no.
Can you describe a time you had to work within a tight deadline to deliver a sound design?
Ah, the dreaded deadline question.
I know, but don't panic.
Okay.
This is your chance to really showcase your ability to work under pressure,
Yeah.
manage your time effectively, and deliver high-quality results even when faced with constraints.
Yeah.
So focus on the positive,
Yeah.
like your problem-solving skills, your adaptability,
Yeah.
and your commitment to meeting project goals even under those tight deadlines.
I like it.
And don't be afraid to share how you stay organized,
Right.
how you prioritize tasks, and how you communicate effectively with the team to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yes. Communication is key,
Exactly.
especially when you're under pressure.
All right, final question. Question number 8.
Okay, let's hear it.
Can you describe your experience working with music composers and integrating music into a sound design?
Okay.
Music plays such a crucial role
It does.
in setting the tone, evoking those emotions, and really driving the narrative of a production.
Absolutely.
So interviewers want to know that you can collaborate with composers, understand their creative vision,
Yeah.
and seamlessly blend their music with the rest of that soundscape.
Right.
So it's not just about adding music as an afterthought.
No.
It's about understanding how music interacts with sound effects, dialogue, and that overall sonic environment.
Yeah, to create a cohesive and impactful experience.
Wow, that was quite a whirlwind of interview questions.
It was.
But don't worry, we'll break them down even further in the next part of our deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
We'll explore some potential follow-up questions.
Okay.
And give you some tips and strategies for crafting those compelling answers
Awesome.
that really showcase your skills and experience.
Can't wait.
Okay, so we covered those 8 common sound designer interview questions.
Yeah.
But let's go a little deeper
All right.
and explore some potential follow-up questions
All right, let's do it.
and how to really tackle those.
I'm ready.
So let's go back to the first question,
Okay.
the one about the challenging project.
Right.
They might ask you something like,
Okay.
what was the biggest lesson you learned from that experience?
Oh, that's a great follow-up question.
Yeah.
Because it lets you show off your self-awareness
Yeah.
and your ability to learn and grow from your mistakes.
I think we all make mistakes, but it's really about
It is.
how you learn from them.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
don't just say, I learned a lot.
Right.
Be specific
Yeah.
about what you learned, how it changed your approach,
Mm-hmm.
and how you've applied that knowledge to other projects.
Exactly. They want to see that you're constantly learning and
Yeah.
evolving as a sound designer.
Now, for the question about staying up to date,
Okay.
they might ask you to elaborate on a specific trend or technology
Okay.
that you mentioned.
Right.
So this is where your in-depth knowledge comes in.
Yes, it does.
Be prepared to discuss that specific trend or technology in detail,
Okay.
its implications for sound design,
Mm-hmm.
and how you've incorporated it into your own work.
Right.
So, for example, if you mentioned Dolby Atmos,
Okay.
be ready to really talk about its immersive capabilities.
Yeah.
How it's changing the way sound is designed for film and theater and any projects where you've used it.
Right. They want to see that you're not just name-dropping trends,
Oh, yeah.
but that you truly understand their significance and how they're shaping the field.
For the question about your sound design process,
Okay.
they might ask you to dive deeper into a specific stage
Okay.
of your process.
I like it.
So, for example, they might ask you how you approach sound editing.
Okay.
Or mixing.
Right.
What
Wow.
software do you use?
Mm-hmm.
What techniques do you employ to achieve a specific sound or effect?
Yeah, exactly.
They want to see that you're proficient with the tools and that you have a deep understanding
Yes.
of those technical aspects.
Of sound design, yeah.
Now, for the questions about working with Foley artists and dialogue editors,
Yeah.
they might ask you about a specific collaboration
Okay.
that was particularly challenging or rewarding.
Okay.
So, describe that collaboration in detail.
Mm-hmm.
Highlight the challenges, how you overcame them,
Yeah.
and what you learned from that experience.
And don't forget to emphasize the importance of communication,
Oh, yeah,
respect, and a shared commitment to the project's goals.
because it's a team effort.
It is, yeah.
All right. For the question about surround sound formats,
Okay.
they might ask you to compare and contrast different formats
Mm-hmm.
or to discuss the specific challenges and opportunities
Right.
of working with these technologies.
I see.
So be prepared to discuss the strengths and weaknesses of
Mhm.
each format,
Mm-hmm.
how they differ in terms of speaker configuration,
Yeah.
audio processing,
Right.
and how those differences impact the overall sonic experience.
I like it.
Now, for the question about tight deadlines,
Okay.
they might ask you about a specific project
Mm-hmm.
where you had to work under intense pressure
Yeah.
to meet a deadline.
It happens.
Oh, it definitely happens.
Yeah.
So describe the situation,
Okay.
the challenges you faced,
Mm-hmm.
the strategies you used to manage your time
Yeah.
and workload,
Right.
and the steps you took to communicate effectively
Mm-hmm.
with the team.
Yeah, and ensure that everyone was on track.
It's all about being a team player
It is.
and staying calm
Absolutely.
under pressure.
Yes.
And for the final question
Okay.
about working with music composers,
Right.
they might ask you to elaborate on your approach to integrating music with sound effects and dialogue.
Okay.
So be prepared to discuss your process for selecting and editing music,
Right.
how you balance music with other sound elements,
Hmm.
and how you ensure that the music complements the overall tone and style
Yeah.
of the production.
I like it.
Now remember, even with all this prep,
Yeah,
you might still encounter questions that you weren't expecting.
that's true.
So that's where your ability to think on your feet,
Yeah.
stay calm,
Mm-hmm.
and draw on your knowledge and experience really comes in.
Absolutely. Just stay calm and you'll get through it.
And beyond practicing answers,
Okay.
there's a tool that can give you a real edge.
Oh.
RoleCatcher's AI.
Oh, wow.
It's not just general interview tips. It can actually analyze your answers.
What?
And provide feedback tailored to specific job roles.
That's incredible.
Imagine having an expert coach listening to your responses.
Wow.
And giving you personalized pointers.
Okay.
So what are some specific AI features that would be super helpful for interview prep?
Well, for starters, there's the CV tailoring feature.
Oh, yeah.
It analyzes your CV and highlights the skills and experiences that are most relevant to the specific job description.
So it's making sure that your CV is laser focused.
Yes.
And makes a strong impression on the recruiter.
Yes, exactly.
It's like having a personal CV consultant.
It is.
Okay. What else?
The AI can also analyze your answers to practice interview questions, giving feedback on clarity, conciseness, relevance, and identifying areas where you can strengthen your responses.
So it's pointing out those weak spots.
It is.
And helping you improve them.
Yeah, and it's particularly helpful for adapting your answers to the specific language and keywords used in the job description.
So it's like you're speaking their language.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
And it can even suggest alternative phrasing.
Oh, wow.
Or examples to make your answers even more impactful.
That's really helpful.
It is.
What about mock interviews?
Oh, yeah, they do those too.
Really?
The AI-powered mock interviews simulate a real interview scenario, allowing you to practice your answers in a realistic setting and receive feedback on your delivery, tone, and overall performance.
So it's like a dress rehearsal.
It is.
But with an AI coach guiding you.
Exactly.
Now, I know we've talked a lot about interview prep.
We have.
But let's take a step back for a minute.
Okay.
And remember the bigger picture.
All right.
What are some key takeaways from the RoleCatcher Career Guide about the field of sound design itself?
One thing that really stands out is the importance of collaboration.
Yeah.
Sound designers work closely with directors, actors, composers, Foley artists, and a whole team of creative professionals to bring a production to life.
So strong communication.
Absolutely.
And interpersonal skills are essential.
Yes, they are.
You need to be able to effectively convey your ideas, listen to feedback, and work collaboratively to achieve that shared artistic vision.
I like it.
Another key takeaway
is
the importance of staying current with industry trends and technologies.
Oh, yeah, because the field of sound design is constantly evolving.
It is.
With new software techniques and formats emerging all the time.
You got to be a lifelong learner.
You do.
Embrace new technologies and continuously expand your skill set.
Absolutely.
The guide suggests attending industry conferences, workshops, and seminars, as well as reading publications, and following professional organizations.
Those are all great ways to stay connected to the industry, learn from experts, and discover new trends and technologies.
Now let's talk a bit more about RoleCatcher. And how their platform can be a game changer for your job search. One feature that really caught my eye is their CV resume builder.
Oh, yeah. It's a fantastic tool for creating a professional and impactful CV.
So it's like having a personal CV writer. And their interview prep tools seem incredibly comprehensive.
They are.
They offer a vast library of practice interview questions categorized by career and skill.
Yes, and their AI provides feedback on your answers.
Oh, wow.
Helping you identify areas for improvement and refine your interview technique.
They also offer AI-powered mock interviews.
They do.
Which simulate a real interview scenario, allowing you to practice your answers and receive feedback on your delivery, tone, and overall performance.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
Okay, so we've covered CV tailoring, mock interviews, practice questions, and AI-powered feedback. What other features does RoleCatcher offer?
Well, one of their standout features is their Career Compass tool. This interactive tool helps you explore different career paths. Discover related roles and identify the skills and qualifications you need to succeed in your chosen field.
So it's like a GPS for your career.
Exactly.
And they also have a massive employer database, right?
They do. RoleCatcher's employer database contains information on millions of companies worldwide, including company profiles, job postings, and salary data.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like having a global directory
right.
of potential employers
Yeah.
at your fingertips.
Right at your fingertips.
And employers registered on RoleCatcher can actually find you.
They can, yes.
They can use the platform's reverse matching system to match their job requirements
Right.
with your skills and experience.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about finding jobs. It's about being found by the right employer.
By the right employers, yeah.
RoleCatcher makes the job search process more efficient.
It does.
And proactive.
Yeah.
And the best part,
what's that?
they offer both free and subscription-based services.
Wow.
With an option for every budget.
That's fantastic.
Now, amidst all this excitement about tools and resources, let's not forget that a career in sound design, while incredibly rewarding,
it is,
also comes with its own set of challenges.
Absolutely.
The RoleCatcher Career Guide highlights the high competition and irregular work schedules that are common in this field.
It's the nature of the beast.
So securing those sound design gigs can be challenging.
Yeah, especially early in your career.
Especially early on.
It often requires persistence, networking, and a willingness to take on a variety of projects to build your experience and portfolio.
And the work schedule can be unpredictable with long hours, evening rehearsals, and weekend performances.
Yes, it's not a typical 9-to-5 job.
No, it's not.
You need to be flexible, adaptable, and have a genuine passion for the work to thrive in this environment.
But despite these challenges, there's something magical.
There is.
About bringing stories to life through sound.
It's true.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about RoleCatcher's AI. Being able to tailor your answers to specific job roles.
I see.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
Of course. RoleCatcher's AI goes beyond just providing general feedback on your answers. It analyzes the specific language and keywords used in the job description you're targeting. And suggests ways to incorporate those elements into your responses.
So it's like having a personal stylist.
It is.
For your interview answers.
Exactly.
Helping you dress them up. In the right language.
To
make a strong impression.
I like it.
That's incredibly valuable.
It is.
It can help you stand out from the competition and demonstrate that you're the perfect fit for the job.
Absolutely. And remember, RoleCatcher offers a free version of their platform.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can try out these amazing AI features. Risk-free.
That's awesome.
It's a fantastic resource that can elevate your job search and help you achieve your career goals.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
In this part of our deep dive. Exploring potential follow-up questions. Diving deeper into RoleCatcher's AI features. And even touching upon some of the challenges and rewards. Of a career in sound design.
I think we're ready to move on.
Are you ready for the final part of our journey?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From really dissecting those tricky interview questions. To exploring the awesome resources that RoleCatcher offers.
Absolutely.
But before we send you off to totally conquer that interview. Let's tie everything together.
Sounds good.
So, what are some key takeaways that our listeners should really keep in mind as they prepare for that big day?
I think one of the most important things to remember is that an interview is a conversation. Not an interrogation. It's a chance for you to showcase your skills and your experience, but also your personality and your passion for sound design.
So authenticity and enthusiasm can really go a long way.
They do.
In making a positive impression on the interviewer.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. Share your excitement for sound design. And even inject a little humor into your answers.
If the opportunity comes up.
If it feels right.
Exactly. They want to see that you're a real person, not just a robot reciting memorized answers.
I think that's a great point. Another key takeaway is to be prepared to talk about your specific contributions to projects. Don't just describe the project itself. Highlight your role, the challenges you faced, the solutions you developed, and the impact your work had on the whole production.
Excellent advice.
It shows them you're not just a passive participant, but an active contributor who takes ownership and really makes a difference.
Absolutely.
And remember, even if you don't have years of experience, you can still showcase your skills and your potential by talking about projects you've worked on in school or internships or even personal creative endeavors.
That's right. Every experience is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And even those small projects can demonstrate your passion, your creativity, and your technical abilities.
Now, we've talked a lot about specific interview questions.
We have.
And how to approach them.
Right.
But what about the overall impression you want to leave on the interviewer?
That's a great point.
It's not just about answering questions correctly.
Right.
It's about crafting a narrative that showcases your unique skills, experiences, and passion for sound design.
I like that.
So think about what makes you stand out as a sound designer. Are you super meticulous about detail?
Right.
Do you have a knack for creating those immersive soundscapes?
Yeah.
Are you a master of a particular technique or software?
Exactly. Identify your strengths and weave them into your answers throughout the interview.
And don't forget to highlight those soft skills.
Oh, yeah.
Like communication, collaboration, problem-solving, adaptability.
Absolutely.
These are essential for success in any field.
They are.
Especially in this collaborative world of sound design.
Right. Employers are looking for well-rounded individuals who not only have the technical skills, but also the interpersonal skills to work well on a team.
And we can't talk about interview prep without mentioning those amazing resources offered by RoleCatcher.
Right.
Their AI-powered tools can be such a game changer.
They can.
For providing personalized feedback on your CV, interview answers, and even simulating those mock interviews to really help you refine your technique.
Absolutely. Their CV tailoring feature ensures that your CV highlights the most relevant skills and experiences for the specific job you're applying for.
It's all about tailoring it.
It is.
To the specific role.
And their AI-powered feedback on practice interview questions helps you identify areas for improvement and craft those compelling answers.
And their mock interviews are just a fantastic way to get comfortable with the process. Practice your answers in a realistic setting. And get feedback on your delivery and overall performance.
It's like having a personal coach.
Right in your pocket.
Right there with you.
Now, I want to leave our listener with one final thought. Now that you thought about specific questions, you've prepped with the AI.
Right.
And you've crafted your sound design narrative. What overall feeling do you want the interviewer to walk away with?
That's a brilliant question.
It goes beyond just skills and experience.
It does.
It's about that intangible something that makes you memorable. And leaves a lasting impression.
I like that.
So do you want them to remember your passion, your creativity, your problem-solving abilities, your collaborative spirit?
Think about those qualities that make you a valuable asset to any team and make sure they shine through in your interactions with the interviewer.
Remember, with the right preparation, a clear understanding of your strengths, and a genuine enthusiasm for sound design.
Absolutely.
You've got this.
You do.
We're confident that you'll ace that interview and embark on a really exciting and rewarding career in sound design.
Best of luck with your interview.
Yeah, we're cheering you on every step of the way.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of sound design interview prep.
We'll see you next time.